We did a lot of back testing, and I've gone back and I've looked at the numbers. And on August 10th of 2020, when we announced our $250 million Bitcoin buy, uh, since then, Bitcoin's up 72%. The money supply is up 17%. The Nasdaq's down 2%. Gold's down 9%. The S&P is up 9%. And the only thing that looks better than the money supply expansion is single family homes up 26%. I couldn't have bought billions of dollars of single family homes. And so that's not even practical. So the bottom line is the Bitcoin strategy is 10x better than any other alternative. And so no, I don't regret it. We've got $2.8 billion worth of Bitcoin on our balance sheet right now. And we feel like we're positioned well for when the markets turn around. And our only other choice would be to give all the capital back to the shareholders, in which case we would have nothing and we would be struggling to get by without any assets.
Hello and welcome to Money Talks. In today's video, CEO of MicroStrategy and prominent Bitcoin bull Michael Saylor updates about the recent episode of volatility in the Bitcoin markets, chances of an upcoming recession, and why Bitcoin is on sale in June 2022. Additionally, Saylor speaks about the regrets, if any, of buying Bitcoin and the winners and losers in this bear market. Make sure to stick around till the end of this video where Michael Saylor explains why cash is still trash and how Bitcoin is improving as an asset class. So, without wasting any time, let's dive right into the video.
If your time horizon is less than 4 years, you're sort of a trader. If it's in the months, you're definitely a trader. I'm not an expert trader. I don't have a crystal ball. I don't know where the market's going to go week by week, month by month. If your time horizon is more than 4 years, you're an investor. And when your time horizon is 10 years, you're kind of a saver. So we have a very long-term 10-year time horizon. And our view is over the 10 years, Bitcoin's going to be a good idea, and it's just going to keep accreting in value. I can't tell you whether it'll go down a bit here and there. It's in the near term, Emily, it trades like a high beta risk asset, and there's no denying that. Over the long term, we believe it's a low risk store of value asset. There's about 10 things that have to happen over the next decade to make it a better asset, and we kind of know what those 10 things are. And so we're waiting and biding our time, and we think that it's going to improve as an asset class over time, and we're not in a hurry.
The cryptocurrency industry was on edge on Monday as Bitcoin held just above $20,000 and investors feared that problems at major crypto players could unleash a wider market shakeout. Bitcoin, the world's biggest cryptocurrency, dropped on Saturday to as low as $17,592.78, falling below the key $20,000 level for the first time since December 2020. It picked up slightly on Monday at around $20,510, but it has still lost 55% of its value this year and 35% this month alone in the cryptocurrency sector's latest meltdown.
Okay, how about this? Is cash still trash?
Yeah, I mean, the money supply has expanded by 41% since January 1st of 2020 when we went into this kind of COVID crisis. And we know that scarce desirable assets are getting bid up in price. I mean, everybody wants to buy Rolex watches. They're buying luxury real estate. They're buying everything they get their hands on, creating shortages. So, we are an institution. We have to take a 10-year view. And the only thing that's for sure is if we hold cash over a decade, we're going to have a negative real yield. The only question is how much. So we have to invest in something. And we've chosen as a business strategy to focus on what we believe is the most exciting investment idea because it's a digital commodity that's absolutely scarce and only getting technically better every year.
Bitcoin's fall follows problems at several major crypto firms. Further declines, market players said, could have a knock-on effect as other crypto investors are forced to sell their holdings to meet margin calls and cover losses. Crypto hedge fund Three Arrows Capital is exploring options including the sale of assets and a bailout by another firm. Its founders told the Wall Street Journal in a story published Friday, The same day, Asia-focused crypto lender Babel Finance said it would suspend withdrawals.
So are you considering buying more Bitcoin at these prices? I mean, is Bitcoin on sale?
Yeah, I think it is on sale. The number that I look at to figure out sort of a surrogate for the book value of Bitcoin is the 4-year simple moving average, because it trades billions of dollars a day. And so after 1,400 days of billions of dollars a day, that number is 21,700. Bitcoin touched that in the March 2020 crisis. It touched it around 2017. It's touching it right now. Generally, it trades above there. Our strategy is we're going to acquire Bitcoin with our free cash flows from time to time. So we're kind of dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, and we're going to hold the Bitcoin for the long term. And so it wouldn't really matter whether the price was 10% more or 20% more or 50% more. We're just going to progressively acquire more Bitcoin because that's our strategy. But
so you are going
in
to
terms
keep
of
buying
it being
more
for sale, it's like not a bad price, and we will keep buying more.
Smaller tokens, which usually move in tandem with Bitcoin, were also hurt. Number 2 token Ether was at $1,129, having dipped below its own symbolic level of $1,000 over the weekend. The fall in crypto markets has coincided with a slide for equities, as U.S. stocks suffered their biggest weekly percentage decline in 2 years on fears of rising interest rates and the growing likelihood of recession. Bitcoin's moves have tended to follow a similar pattern to other risk assets, such as tech stocks. The overall crypto market capitalization is roughly $950 billion, according to price site CoinMarketCap, down from a peak of $2.9 trillion in November 2021. A fall in stablecoins, a type of crypto designed to hold a steady value, is also suggesting investors are pulling money from the sector as a whole.
Yeah, so let's take the 10 sources of my pain. There's no wash trading rules, so people can sell their Bitcoin and buy it back and harvest the tax gain, and that's not the same with Apple. So if that gets fixed by the House Ways and Means Committee, that's a big plus for the asset. There's 520 unregistered crypto exchanges offering 20x leverage. That's a negative for the asset class. As they get regulated, and I expect they will, and as the 20x leverage disappears, that'll be a positive. There's 19,000 unregistered securities in the crypto industry, cross-collateralized against Bitcoin. As those things have to get eliminated, or they have to convert them into publicly traded instruments, that's going to decrease the volatility. There'll be a big shakeout. The wildcat banks, like the Terras and Lunas and Celsius, they actually create massive volatility. And as they get regulated and they disappear and they grow up and become institutionalized banks, the asset class will mature. There's a lot of ignorance and fear. People think crypto is the same as Bitcoin. If they think that, that means they don't understand either of those two things. We don't have a stable coin, Emily. Like UST isn't a stable coin. Tether is an opaque security no one understands. If we ever have an FDIC issued stable coin or something from a public entity that's endorsed by the SEC, that's going to be very bullish for the industry. There's no spot ETF. I think it's only a matter of time before there is one approved. That'll be very bullish for the industry. The FASB accounting is detrimental. The lack of FDIC guidance makes it difficult, if not impossible, for banks to hold this stuff. We're waiting for clear SEC, CFTC guidance. And those 10 things, they're going to get cured over the next decade. They're just not going to get cured over the next 10 weeks.
Trading indicators are arguably positive for Bitcoin. The Bitcoin Relative Strength Index, or RSI, over a 14-week view is currently at 26. This is the lowest RSI since at least 2018 and indicates Bitcoin is oversold at present. However, it's hard to tell where Bitcoin bottom is.
There's about $1 trillion in the asset class. 400 billion is Bitcoin. The other 400 billion is 19,000 unregistered securities. We're moving from the era of the offshore entrepreneur to the onshore public institution. And it's pretty clear from Chair Gensler's comments that he made in the last few days that They want to see all the crypto exchanges regulated. They want to clean up this industry. The stable coin is going to have to be cleaned up as well. And the winners are going to be the public investors and public banks and public companies. And the losers are going to be the wildcatters, and the entrepreneurs that got started, that are flying by the seat of their pants. And I think it's essential for us to move from a $1 trillion industry to a $10 trillion industry. So I welcome it. I think the Bitcoin's been held back by its association with the anything goes crypto industry. And as that gets regulated, then that's going to actually create a green light for public institutions and public companies to get much more heavily involved in Bitcoin, and is going to catalyze the next leg of the bull run.
So, do you think Michael Saylor is right that Bitcoin is on sale? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. See you soon with the next video. Thank you so much for watching.